The simp economy closed today like a pelican that caught one magnificent fish and then watched four smaller ones slip right back out of its pouch. Net positive, technically, but the beak is emptier than the headlines suggest. I'm Samuel Simp at the Simp Economy Exchange desk, where the composite Simp finished the session up 3.5% at 1652.24 against a tracked cap of $1.297 trillion. Advancers squeaked out a 4-5 loss against decliners, with OFANs leading the survivors at 3.13% and Ring taking the most damage at negative 4.6, proof that in Q3 2026, the market is still deciding whether commitment is an asset or a liability. And tonight, for Ring holders, the verdict came in loud and brutal.
The sponsor economy is closing Q3 2026 with more lanes merging than opening, 3 advancing, 4 declining, and the composite still somehow posting a confident 3.16% gain at 675.53, which means the winners today drove fast enough to carry the luggage of everyone who missed their exit. I'm Queen Diva at the Sponsor Economy desk on the Simp Economy Exchange, and this is your close recap on $537 billion worth of tracked cap that spent the session looking like a highway where most of the on-ramps are closed. Watch punched its ticket at the top with 1.56%, while Pair got dropped at the curb down 1.14%, and tonight's final verdict is simple. The index arrived at the destination, but it left more than half its passengers standing at the terminal.
Riz just printed a session-high 1.79%, while travel got folded like a busted hand. And that pretty much tells you everything about who's reading the room in Q3 2026. I'm Zach Grindset at the Grindset Index desk on the Simp Economy Exchange, where the closing bell is rung and the cards are face up on the table. 6 constituents walked away from the felt with chips, 3 got raked, and the composite sits at 784.01, up nearly 0.5% on $940 billion in tracked cap, which means the men investing in themselves are still in the hand, still betting, and tonight the house did not win.
Men are outspending women 2-to-1 across the board today, and the gap is not narrowing. Simp alone is carrying a $1.297 trillion market cap, while Spawn sits at $537 billion, meaning the sponsor economy is essentially the side dish nobody ordered but politely ate. The Simp economy is the oven running at full blast, the sponsor economy is a warm plate resting on the counter, and the Grindset index is whatever is quietly simmering on the back burner, up only 0.48%, which means men are investing in themselves at a pace that suggests mild optimism rather than conviction. At the closing bell, the verdict is in for Q3 2026. Men spent, women responded at a discount, and the Grindset crowd is technically cooking, but has not yet served the meal. Final numbers, deeper analysis, and the full order book are waiting for you at simpx.exchange.